Last session, the avant garde, exploring the deep recesses of the Underdark, stumbled upon an unlikely ally as they teleported deep within enemy territory. This ally seemed to be a female drow whose scouting mission allowed them to stumble across your party in the middle of a very dangerous field filled with ropers that maneuvered through these winding, stalagmite filled parts of this underground chasm. They helped you avoid the ropers and pursuing Garishtal forces, who saw a flash, a mote of light from your teleportation into the space. They took you all the way from this section of the Underdark, near the city of Volfanada, to a refuge run by kind, pacifist myconoids, these mushroom individuals, and their leader, their sovereign, have been taking in refugees. Drow, Snurfniblin, and any others who find their homes destroyed by Gereshtal's forces. It's here that you met a tall Drider, a spider-bodied drow woman, and a small halfling that seemed to have created an alliance, and you followed the halfling to her home to spend the night after a long day of traveling within the Underdark. Now find yourselves heading off to sleep in a fairly safe cottage in the depths of the earth, the world of Raiden. That's where we begin today's session. So, is there anything any of you wish to do before you fall asleep? Or do you wish to just cut to the morning?
Nothing that I need to do.
Okay. With that, you all have a comfortable evening's rest. Time is strange here in the Underdark, but it appears that there has been some thought to the comfort of those who dwell on daylight cycles. As you all awake to a soft light beginning to fill the abode. Your eyes open to peer to the open windows that are just being almost softly lit. It does not match the outward glow of the sun or a daylight sky in any means, but it's comfortable and allows you to have some semblance of the time on the surface. Immediately, you begin to smell um, soft meats cooking somewhere within the abode, within the small kitchen, presumably. Looking into the kitchen, as it is fairly open, you don't see anyone. You can just see the oven is currently on, and the fire inside is warming up some breakfast of some sort. But there doesn't seem to be anyone tending to it at the moment. So, as you all begin to stand up, um, Fairdeer and Belric, the two of you note that There's a interesting sight going on outside. You can see off in the distance, maybe about 100 feet from the abode, there is the drow um, guide that brought you to this space is currently talking to Faye, the Drider. The two are in heated conversation. You see Grilas, the Shadowblade, is currently looking down at the ground as the Drider is getting low and talking into her face. Additionally, some maybe 30 feet away from the house, eavesdropping on this conversation, is Tea Leaf, the halfling, roguish individual who is just currently hiding from them and is just getting the tea on what is occurring with this conversation. You see two eyes meet yours as you just happen to catch this look of the Drider and Tea Leaf as they both catch you staring towards their direction. The Drider stands their full height, gives you a soft head nod and a smile. A few more words are spoken to Grilas, and they step away. And in but a moment, Tea Leaf quickly darts back to the home, and you hear a slight tumble as she just hops through her window in her bedroom, and you see the door kind of opens as she readies herself, and she looks at you peering through the window that you just saw her through. Hi. Morning. Good to see all of you are awake. I was making some breakfast before, well, I'm making some breakfast.
Okay. So sorry. I remember I was falling asleep towards the end of the last session.
Yes.
Um, so I remember we got to the refugee camp
Mm-hmm.
and we ended up talking to the head lady of the camp. Forgot what her name was. Or
So, one of the heads of this camp is Tea Leaf, a short halfling. Um, that, if I am correct,
it's the halfling in the Underdark. Yeah, I
yeah.
got that right. Okay.
The other one is um, Feilu
And she's the
Ziltir.
Drider.
That's the Drider, yes. And then there's the Sovereign
Okay.
himself, and Grilas was the guide, the Shadowblade that brought you into this space.
Okay. Did we end up meeting the Sovereign?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So what's our current plan? Because if we took a long rest, I mean, I know we were trying to find Garishtal.
Yeah. So at the moment, Tea Leaf and Grilas are willing to help you and take you deeper into the Underdark to get closer to Garishtal, um,
Okay.
as far as they are able to. They have knowledge and are decent scouts here in the Underdark.
All right. So we slept for the full 8 hours, the full long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Essentially, it you were kind of on the cusp of needing one. So
We were. Oh,
it
okay.
took you a long time to get to this space. It took you about like four. It was a
Uh,
4 hour journey. You traveled for a few hours, at least three up top. So it's been close to a full day of travel. Um,
okay. All right. Thanks. I just need to get
yeah.
up to speed. All right. Cool.
Hmm.
Then I need to do this.
You see, Tea Leaf quickly goes and hell yeah. Quickly goes and opens up the oven, pulls out what looks to be a few different sizzling meals. There's some what looks to be thinly sliced. Originally, it looks like bacon. Smells like it too, but is very clearly some sort of edible mushroom. Um, and you see that one is kind of just left alone, just to sizzle on its own. And then you see there are some other smaller, more familiar mushrooms, kind of fried in oils. Um, and she kind of brings those out, begins to place a few of them in bowls, and begins handing them out to all of you. Um,
take the food.
Yeah. Um, it's you know the normal fried mushrooms are fairly standard. The thinly sliced mushrooms taste exactly like bacon as well. It is a strange, strange meal, as you're eating only mushrooms but tasting bacon.
It's definitely a complex feeling for Veridir.
I mean, you probably don't know what bacon tastes like, so
That's true. Does anybody say it tastes like bacon?
I mean, how closely the bacon does this really taste like?
um, honestly, pretty close. Texture is a little more fibrousy than real bacon is. Um, but you can taste
And
it.
and I can tell that this is a mushroom though.
Oh yeah, yeah. It has like the kind of mushroom veins along it, like it's just very thinly sliced and just tastes like bacon.
I can't believe it's not meat.
I've never had a mushroom taste like this before.
Yeah, it's a Myconoid special. They create it just for me. Um, it's hard to hunt or farm or raise cattle or anything down in the Underdark, so they've uh they've been dabbling with some new food sources just to help me out.
Hmm.
I hope you enjoy. I tried to make it as delicious as possible. I know it's not something everyone would eat, but I enjoy it. Um, Sorry you had to uh, see me spying on other people, Belric, but they I don't entirely trust Faye sometimes, so um,
Uh, wait.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. What was going on with them?
um, it's personal. Faye's sister was, well, is also a Drider, and they haven't heard from her in a while. So Grilas was sent to find her before she encountered all of you.
I just kind of eat more food.
Make a deception check, Ramesh.
Uh, uh,
Um, as just keep eating, you see, as she says this, she kind of looks over at you. You see, T-Leaf just nods to herself. Um, she doesn't fully trust you, but I do, and well,
I mean, I can't really blame her,
yeah,
you know, given circumstances.
yes, she wasn't always a Drider, you know. It was
I don't
only
know.
within the past, I think, 10 years ago, she transitioned to help fight back against Garishtal and what he was doing to their culture. Um, Actually, back in the day, Faye helped me kill a few Driders. So it's a very weird world we live in right now. It's about at this point. The door opens. Stepping into the chamber, you see Grilas. Ah, I see you've found a meal. You see, Tea Leaf immediately kind of nods to her. Yes, I fed them. Do you want to go over how we mean to do this?
Was that towards
Yeah, that was towards Grilas.
okay.
This is better music. If it would skip.
Yes.
So, the space we will be traveling through is currently under the control of, well, one of Gerishtal's better generals, a large red dragon. Traveling through this space will be difficult. We do have a route to get there, but it will be perilous.
Is that a red dragon?
Yes.
Great. I think that makes number 4.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's no way around that.
Well,
Sorry, we just had a lot of running with dragons so far.
well, maybe you'll prove useful in that regard.
I currently have a Dragon Ball.
The kingdom once belonged to Celeste. She was a good drow, if there ever was one. She only held the king for maybe 40 years. I helped put her on the throne. I'm thinking we take the old portal route. We can get through near the exit. However, Celeste's kingdom was very defended. The large tower in the center of the city of Zekir has eyesight along the entire space. Volthanada is easy to sneak through. Aside from dealing with many of the ropers on the other edge, you can avoid them. Not so much there. It's going to be flat areas. They've burned, from what I heard last, of much of the mushroom fields and the oases there. We might be walking through open country. There are a few rises we might find cover in, but the main thing is there's an old temple. The previous drow ruler to Celeste attempted to use it to bring forth Lolth into this world. We stopped her, but the temple remains partially excavated. Should provide some cover. It's quarried out, and well, even Gerishtal probably won't be having many people there. The power of Lolth is strong there. Past that, well, We'll figure it out past then. The other cities we don't have much knowledge on. It's hard to learn things when we have to pass a dragon, first off. I had some scouts in that area. If we can find them as well, we might have some additional help. Tea Leaf, I don't know if they made it. Oh. I heard the dragon when I was bringing them in. I forgot to say it. But he burns some people, rebels. I don't know if they made it. CT kind of gets a little bit sad at that point. Well, then we'll have no help. I hope you're ready to avoid the steely eyes of a dragon. We're gonna need it.
Gamesh really wants to say, I hope you're ready for it to catch us anyway. But he's not gonna say that. He's
I mean,
don't want to dour the mood.
fair enough.
Regardless, we have to get it done. If we don't, everyone loses.
Indeed. Well, finish up your bacon mushrooms and we'll be on our way.
Sounds so good. I wonder if I could make that.
Bacon mushroom?
Yeah. I mean, because I'm vegan, so I was
Yeah. I personally don't know how I would do it, but
like, I mean, you would have to fry it, obviously.
hmm.
You would just have to season it just right. I might try it out.
It's gonna be interesting because like mushrooms are typically pretty meaty.
Yeah, I mean, they're usually the texture replacement for meat, usually.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, it might work.
I'll try some things though. I'll probably buy some portobellos and try it out.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, or some shiitakes. Shiitake mushrooms might be better. But all right, anyways.
You're good. Well, I'll be getting things situated. Meet in the center of the camp when you're all ready. She stands up. You see Tea Leaf. Kind of grabs a small pack, but she seemingly prepared for this journey and heads out.
All right.
Yeah. I assume.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll just do my inspiration die for everyone.
Okay.
Woo!
I think I actually used mine before.
Probably. I think you did. But yeah, you play a nice song on the night song, and inspire your troop.
Bellry, Bellry.
But we're gonna have that Michael Jackson effect. Have people fanning it every time he starts playing it. Oh my gosh, it's Bellriga!
It's gonna be like Beatlemania, but with Belric.
But with Bellry.
Belric Mania.
Yep, I'll perform live concerts all across the whole country.
Oh hell yeah!
You know him as a savior of the lands, but now you know him as the land's superstar. Yeah. Oh man.
That'd be awesome.
Hmm. Staff of the Magi. Why did I copy this?
Staff of the Magi.
Oh no, I'm just on my D&D Beyond, looking at my homebrew stuff. I don't know what some of this stuff is.
Ah, okay. So, you take that time to play the song, gather a few things, and steel yourselves for the next journey. You head out into the center of the camp, and there you see many of the refugees themselves cooking different breakfast like meals. These smells that radiate from this space are commingling and very just interesting. Um, yeah. There you see Tea Leaf is finishing up a conversation with a bunch of the Snurfniblin, the deep gnomes as they are. Finishing that up, she kind of walks over to you. Okay, they told me about the traps that they've been preparing on one of the exits we're going to be taking. We should be okay to start from there. You hear a few heavy lumbering feet as she prepares to just essentially lead you out immediately. You turn and see the Sovereign walking his way. The tall Myconoid with his large staff kind of walks over to all of you. Good morning.
Morning.
You all off today?
No time like the present.
Well, it has been a pleasure harboring you in our humble home.
Appreciate the hospitality.
I have a few gifts for each of you. You see, he reaches into a small, almost like sack that he carried with him, and pulls out a smaller sack and hands it off to you. It's this large bundle. Looking inside, it is filled with what looks to be set mushroom rations for your entire troop during this journey.
Sure, these will come in handy.
I hope so. May they feed you in these trying times. And the last thing for all of you is not normal substance, but something else. He takes out another small thing of a small bag, essentially, and hands it to you all as well. Opening it up, it is another series of mushrooms, but staunchly different colored. There's only 6 of them. Just enough for one of each.
Do they do anything special, or are they just rations?
He begins to state.
It's just a nice snack.
It's a nice little snacky snack. I mean, I'm not knocking them for it. Just asking.
So he states, these are designed from our own people. They contain some of our spores and allow you to connect with others around you. After eating one of these for the next minute, you can target one creature within 30 feet of you Then you can remove up to 20 of your own health points from your own total, healing the targeted creature for that amount.
Okay, so
So-
if I eat it, I could designate one of the party members, and I could give my HP to them.
Yes, and it's a bonus action to do so.
Okay, that's an interesting item.
It does take an action to use, but a bonus action to then give hit points.
How long does it last after we eat it?
1 minute.
Okay.
And just note that at the end of it, you do gain exhaustion.
Ooh, so after that bonus action, you get a level of exhaustion.
Well, after the minute ends. So once you use it, you gain exhaustion at the very end of it, as it does tax your body.
Okay, but that bonus action is still only once, though.
That bonus
is it-
action is for the minute, so you can only give a max of 20 hit points per round. But for a minute, you could, if you spent every round doing it, you can give up to 200 hit points technically, because it's 20 per round, and it's 10 rounds.
Okay. That is well, it's not simply healing. You're also taking damage when you do it. So you
Yeah, you're transferring your own health to
you
them.
transfer your vitality.
It is a mushroom cap of life sharing.
A mushroom cap. Is this? Did you make this up on your own?
It's technically it is a potion, but for the myconoids, it is a mushroom.
What potion is this?
It's a potion of life sharing from one of these supplement materials I own.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have never heard of this.
Yeah, I just changed it to mushrooms, so they yeah.
I don't know. It works. Yeah, it's just nifty.
Mhm.
It's like a quicker version of was it life transference? That's the spell wizards get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'll post it in the Discord as well for all of you. Eventually, I'll post it. It's lurking.
It'll get there when it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
It will not be rushed for our own sake.
Nope. Never. There you go. Just ignore the top bit, because that is for the actual potion. These are mushrooms. May you not need them in these trying times.
If only that's how it typically worked out. Thanks.
Tea Leaf, good luck. Some of us will be taking care of your home while you're away. Thank you, Sovereign. I appreciate it. Okay, we should be all set. Let's go. She turns and begins to lead you up one of these side paths out of this almost crevice that the camp is built in itself. You begin heading to one of the many different side caverns that branch off from this space. And you're led out of the Myconoid camp. Eventually, the telepathic ability that has been granted to you begins to fade. With Tea Leaf's help, you are able to dodge all of the traps that have been set by the Deep Gnomes. And you get a sense that even though this place doesn't really have much of an armed presence, the traps and its hidden ability has kept it safe, and the traps are many. It seems the deep gnomes have been going wild. Um, there are multiple heavy boulder traps, spike pits. Um, there's strange mechanisms built into some of the walls that you can only guess what they would do to you if you were to activate them. It is impressive. But you get through the space, and soon the mushroom colony is far behind you. Between Tea Leaf and I need to just remember her name, Grilas. They are able to, Grilas can teleport within the shadows of this dark, confined space, and is thus able to kind of watch from in front of all of you. There are no surprises over the course of the beginning part of the journey. You travel for about an hour and a half through winding tunnels, mushrooms getting less and less prevalent, when you begin to see light shining in the distance. Upon reaching that source of light, you see a massive opening within the Underdark. If you thought Volthana was large, this is massive. You can barely see the distant cavern walls of this open space. The ceiling itself rises 600 feet above you all. Massive, massive stalactites dip down as far as they can, but never reach the ground. The light source you see fills all of you with slight trepidation as you see a molten curtain of lava roiling down off to the kind of right side of where you're currently looking into this open space. You can just see the edge of what looks to be some massive walled city that the lava emanates from, spills out into the open. And you see a large, massive road, probably the Moonlit Path, the road that you have been walking along for a lot of your journey. It is completely covered with a lake of molten magma, 500 feet wide. It roils in bubbles as you watch close to maybe 8,000 or so small molten lights and shining dark obsidian glass march through the molten magma and across the roads. This is a hot spot of travel. You can see open caverns begin to lead out into multiple different sections of the Underdark. This is a staging point and an important place for Gerishtal's forces to move. You can only guess where in the kingdom, where in the world he can send these forces from this spot, and you see them marching. Immediately, Tea Leaf begins to say, "That lake wasn't here last I saw." It's a bit bright for my personal well-being. This is going to be rough. Indeed. We'll have to be careful. Well, let's go. Thus, you begin the journey. The road takes up most of the right section of this open, massive cavern. However, it is fairly flat. There's very little terrain to hide behind. And thus, it is pretty easy to spot the enemy army marching as it goes along. And as you begin to march through this space, you immediately feel exposed, all of you. Even in the darkness, what little there is, as this entire cavern is just bathed in the volcanic sunlight that emanates.
Does anyone have Pass Without a Trace? I think
In
I'll
this
put
in this room, you do not need dark vision.
all the lava. It sheds a lot of light.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah, it sheds a ton of light. There's magma all throughout the space.
That means this place is also hot as hell.
It is considerably warm, yeah. You're not even
Good
that
thing.
close to the lava. The lake is still a distance from you, but it has traveled, and this place is just, the longer the lake stays, the more this place just heats up.
Good thing Gamesh barely wears clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Period, suffering. I know she.
Yeah. At least she's not in her like winter getup. She's just in plate armor.
I mean,
Gold plate armor, which is so heavy.
yeah, but she has all that muscle though.
She does. She's definitely not built for hot weather. She's resistant to cold, not heat. I guess now she's resistant to fire, but only because of the armor.
Well, then that would kind of negate some of the temperature, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily,
I mean, it's up to Graham, but
because you can have resistance to cold and still suffer from the effects of being cold. Faradir only doesn't because of her mountain-born feature. So I'm acclimated to high altitudes and cold temperatures.
Yeah, it's still hot.
Yeah.
I tried.
It was a good one.
She's just panting this whole time. She's struggling.
Yeah. So,
We have Seer. She's like our personal AC unit.
yeah.
Faradir's just standing right next to her.
Oh, I don't know.
Prestidigitation is stronger than lava, right?
Yeah. I don't know if all of y'all noticed, but my internet is out right now, so I can only really be in the voice chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I personally, I understand how that feels.
It was working fine all day until D&D time.
Isn't that always how it goes?
Honestly.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can get it to work. So I'll be here in the background listening.
Gotcha. So, is there any abilities you wish to enact as you attempt to stealth across this place?
As we attempt to. No one. I should have cast Demiplane. I don't think there's anything I can do. That would be helpful anyway. Wall of Stone is obvious. Thinking Maw isn't gonna help. Animate objects won't really help. Banishment won't help. Watchers. Yeah. I'm kinda just here.
Yeah, the only thing I really have is a enhanced ability.
Okay. They do have flyby.
Owls? Yeah. That's why they're so dangerous as familiars. Fly by, shocking grass, fly away.
Mm-hmm.
I thought one of us had Pass Without Trace.
Owls
It's-
generally are very stealthy.
Since he has it, but you may not have it prepared.
They do
Uh-huh.
not. Last I checked, which was earlier today.
So, cause I'm pretty sure it's just rangers and druids.
Damn. Well,
We'll just have to run with it.
Okay.
See where it goes.
yeah. I
Um,
apologize in advance.
I need stealth checks from everyone then, as you begin to make your way.
And remember, guys, we have Belric's bonus inspiration.
You do. So my bet he's probably going to be
supposed
auto
to
pass.
be at disadvantage. Why do I not have it at disadvantage? I thought my plate armor automatically did that. Well,
I'm
let me
so
roll
sorry.
again to see if I get even lower than a 6. No, I got a lot better. So that's 6.
Well, Belric got a 2.
Hell
Yep.
yeah!
Inspiration
That's
will
still
not help that.
true. Yeah, I probably should.
And I got a natural
no.
1.
Oh no! We got a 6, a 2, a nat 1, and a 27.
And a 20 and an 18. Oh no, that's 20.
No, the 20 is nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
So let me.
It was
go
a cruel
for
trick.
Seer.
So basically, our front line is just really front lining.
Oh, that's serious.
You're just blumbering through. We're fee-fi-foing it up down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seer got a 5. Man. This is not okay. Honestly, even if we had passed without a trace, that would have not have helped.
I mean, it would have turned mine into a 16, which could help.
Yeah, but me and Belric both would have still been at 11s and 12s.
I guess if we're trying to hide from a dragon, only fucking Mabehi would have been able to. Because their passive perceptions are always insane.
No, Cinti had 18, so then.
Senti's is pretty good, but dragons have over 20s on their
Oh, yeah,
passive
no,
perceptions
Yeah, I'm saying,
usually.
but with passed without a trace, Cinti would have been at 28.
That's true. Pass without trace.
It's alright. We'll just kill whatever comes our way.
Yeah. We'll
Like our-
expend all our resources
Before
and
we go
then
fight
not have
Garristel.
anything else.
Exactly.
We'll pull up to Garistel's place and be like, hey, can you give us 8 hours?
Can we take a nap
Just-
in your
Just
spot?
real quick. Just real quick. Can you give us 8 hours before we try to kill you?
It's like, can we do you have a guest room that we can stay in? Don't you want this to be fair?
How do I not have this? Also, yes, he has a guest room.
Hey, he's willing to let us use it, right?
How much money do you have?
I mean,
On me? Not a lot.
I got
Probably not.
In our basement.
I got about 500 gold pieces worth. That's gotta be worth at least a short rest.
I have 10 gold on me. And 55 silver.
Fancy.
Yeah. I really got it going.
Nothing you can't buy.
Man, I have been trying to find this for so long. Cannot.
Uh, I'm gonna go make me some food, or at least start it up.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm
You're good.
hungry. So I guess if we get in combat, just roll for me and I'll pick up.
Gotcha. There.
Guys, it turns out that fire is bright.
Very.
I lit a candle and it's blinding me.
Garish Hall. He has awoken.
Wow, Garish Tall smells like black cherry Merlot.
Yeah, of course.
Amazing. He's got taste.
So. As you all traverse, the space is brightly lit. And the further and further you get within this massive open space, the brighter it gets. You hear a distant sound of marching. Far away. The road is not close, but you can still get glimpses of the soldiers as you move as quietly and as low as possible. But the glints off of your armor in the distant light, you are somewhat noticeable. You travel for about a half hour through the space. The sounds continuous, unending. Tea Leaf begins to quietly speak out as she kind of partially stops. Okay, I think you might be in line of sight of the dragon now. We should be careful. I don't know what else is out here. I haven't really gotten this far. But we'll be fine. It's not like there's too much out here. And she stops as she begins to turn again to move. And you all just begin to hear this quiet sound. a quiet, almost clicking, like. And you all stop and look as a small rock, you see a familiar entity. Long, fiery, almost shadowy claws at first grip the edge of the rock, and you see a shadowy face pulls itself around the rock. You grow still, as still as you can for but a moment. And then behind you, you slightly turn your heads and you see another strange shade pulls itself from behind you. You see the first one that you saw. Its eyes meet tea leaves. She gulps. And then you watch as this shadow suddenly engulfs in bright red flame, sending 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of dim immediately around the surrounding terrain. You see the eyes grow this molten red, and suddenly it bursts into flame, and a screech echoes across the open field. I need initiative from all of you. In but a moment, let me get the map up. This was battle music. There we go. Music playing? That's really annoying.
Alright, internet seems to be back.
Welcome, internet.
Yeah. Just in time.
Oh no, what did you guys do? I'm guessing combat.
Yeah, you were spotted.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I got a natural one. At least I got spotted, at bare minimum.
By what sounded like a terrible bird creature.
It's not.
Well, I got a terrible bird creature too that I can unleash if they want to flare. That, but I want to unleash a fire thing against fire things. Doesn't seem like that'd be very useful.
Yeah.
Not entirely.
Especially a fire thing that may want to kill us too.
Yeah, it's been in there for a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't understand the passage of time though.
Yeah, but it understands us and what we did to it, so.
It's also gonna understand when I take it back home, and then it'll like me.
Hopefully.
Don't shoot me down. I need this. Oh man.
I hate this bot so much. I miss the old days when it worked the first time. What good times those were.
Yeah, now YouTube's suddenly worried about people pirating.
We have a map.
I'm trying to get the music first. Hold on.
Oh.
Don't know why it just says it won't work. It just says the application did not respond. Didn't find any song on the query you provided. Ugh. I don't understand. I have so many of the repeat messages because this thing just won't work. I'm... Okay. Honestly, this might just be my internet not working. Okay. Just watch the live. I can't be bothered with the bot right now. Senti become Bush.
Oh, since you said that a while ago.
Yeah. I just noticed it. Yeah, no longer are you stealthing, as you have been surprised by some interesting little folk. So. Actually, map's not working. We're just gonna do it on the homepage. Don't need a map. So, I'll have everyone roll initiative for me, please.
No map.
No map.
No map. No mas.
Actually,
no
here,
mas.
now we'll do this. This map has already been prepared.
Oh.
Long time ago.
Oh. Nice. Oh.
I got you, don't worry. Give me one moment. So, we'll put you all over there.
We love the grid.
Yep, the grid that's off grid.
Yeah.
Yup. We love to see it.
It's not as drastic as my Sunday DM or Saturday DM. Their grids are truly painful to look at. And they somehow size their maps to where it's incredibly big, but it's also super small, and I don't know how they do it. It's very weird visually.
Interesting. There you
Yeah.
go.
It's so beautiful.
It's one button. One button
Amazing.
that I know how to do.
SMH, I had my token selected, and it did not put it in the initiative.
Here, I got you. Just add your initiative mod to that. Senti, do it as well. So, I added your turn, so just put your initiative mod into it, please. Anyone else still need to?
Yeah, you can do it for me too.
Gotcha. Yep, okay. Cool.
We're fighting ourselves.
No. Not entirely. So, this rock right here is where the first one pulled itself from. And behind you all is the second one. And now that they note that you're there, you hear an ear-shattering screech just suddenly echo across the entire space. And you instantly know, most likely, the entire cavern has just heard this. Leading to you all being a little fearful of the coming moments.
Oh my god, I have the highest with a 10.
It's been a very bad rolling day so far.
So
Yeah!
far, yeah.
It's been pretty bad. To be fair, we only done 2 rolls, but
So far.
it's
Hey,
okay.
have we gotten a long rest since we teleported in here?
Yes, full long rest. We had that. That's the mushroom was our breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I shouldn't have a. Okay.
You have all your spell slots and all your HP.
Yeah, so
Yes, you do.
I can do.
You can be a little bit healthier than normal.
And also swap spells. go.
Very nice.
I wanted to have watery sphere prepared because I don't know. Water seems like a good thing to have.
Probably. Okay, I have to make sure I have this token. Because your companions, your 2 allies, need to roll as well. Man, I hate not having any internet whatsoever. Everything in this game is just too slow now. Okay. There's that, and that one works as well. Actually, I'll find a better one. Yeah, that'll work. So, first in the initiative is actually the Shadow Blade herself. Grilas is going to... There's no dim light, so they can't shadow step. They shift and turn towards the one behind you, runs over next to Senti, and is going to do a sword attack. That's a nat 20. Okay. She does that. So you watch. She does 10 points of piercing damage as a 5-foot cube of magical darkness suddenly just appears right on top of the strange, fiery wraith-like entity. And in that moment, you see her face grows worried as she turns to you all and says, "I can't do anything to them," as her necrotic and her poison damage are all negated. So she only does 10 damage. She makes another sword attack, which at advantage. 18 hits, which normally would do extra damage, necrotic, but since it is immune to necrotic, this one only takes an additional 7 points. You watch as her full attack, it does almost nothing to this entity, and you watch she is fearful as she just, at the very end of it, turns to you and just says, "Run, now!" As that one gets to go. Okay. Okay. $19 and $14 damage. Just from the hits. Life Drain misses. The entity is gonna Black Flame Blade. Twice. Hits. Hits. Additional. You watch as she does take damage for just hitting the entity, as it is just engulfed in flames. Her 2 strikes, you see, like, she has some burn marks on her, and then it retaliates. You watch as the fiery arms reach out with a strange dark blade and cut across her studded leather armor. She takes 77 points of damage in 1 round. That leaves Faradir. It's your turn.
Okay. That was a lot of dabblage. Alright. I'm gonna... Oh, I'm like a weird size.
It's because I took your token from the main menu. There you go.
I am going to come over here. And let me just check something. I only get 2 giant mites. How many battles are we really gonna be in before we sleep again?
I don't know.
I'm gonna save it. I am not gonna use any runes, so I'm just gonna attack with my Death Sword first.
That hits. Okay. It does 11 slashing. The necrotic is negated.
Interesting. Good to know. So it looked like these might be resistant or immune to lightning or psychic.
Unsure, but the necrotic damage did nothing.
Well, let's see.
That hits.
Ooh.
Lightning is halved.
Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna Freaking, can I swap? I can only swap out one of my swords, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will switch for my thunder sword. $25?
Hits. Okay.
Does thunder seem okay?
It's halved.
Oh, are they resistant to everything?
You are
Oh my
unsure.
gosh. I'm pretty sure. Alright, well. Yeah, that's all my attacks.
Okay. You attack into this entity, and every attack is it's not as effective as you would hope it to be. It does take damage from the lightning and the thunder, but took no necrotic damage. And you see this thing. Its face is skeletal-like. You see the rib cage is just made of flames. This looks like a ghost if made of fire, and it is familiar. You've seen one of these before. When you first went into the Underdark, you saw some individual running from a flaming entity that went cold and dark once it killed them, and re-brought back their corpse as a flaming servant. That is the end of your go, Faradir. That is Seer.
Yeah, so.
Oh, one. Hold up. Sorry, I forgot something. One, two, three, four. As this creature is made of fire, Faradir, you do take 40 points of fire damage.
40?
40 points of fire damage for every. That's for all 4 of your hits.
Okay, at least it's halved.
She said 40?
You hit 4 times. You're gonna take the damage. I'm sorry.
So much.
Yeah.
Considering that she only did half damage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The reason that Grilas took 77 points of damage was because what was it? 33 of it was fire damage for 2 hits.
God damn. Okay. I'm really appreciating this armor.
Yeah, it's very useful. Now it is Seer's turn. You cut out.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just wondering. So Grelos told us to run, right?
Yeah.
Is there any reason for us to not do that?
If you want to help Grilas, because it looks like she's kind of outmatched in the moment. Also, Tea Leaf is probably also outmatched.
Okay. So, okay. Ooh. Blue's taken no damage as of yet, right?
Who?
Blue.
Blue has. They took
Who has?
yeah, took a few strikes from Shadowblade.
Okay.
We know that lightning and thunder are resistant, and they're immune to necrotic.
Yeah.
And I didn't even
Oh.
try my flame blade because, like, they're probably immune to that too.
Okay, what? Let's try good old 3rd level magic missile. Against blue. So 5 bolts of force damage against blue. We'll see what that does. "17 force damage. Are they resistant to that too? I wouldn't be surprised.
There's only like 2 creatures in the whole game that are resistant to force damage.
This may be one of them.
I don't think it is, but that is possible. I know what one of them is. It's like a suit of armor. But this could be homebrew or modified, so you never know.
Yeah. This could easily be something I can't defeat with my trusty magic missile. Okay, okay. Cool. Let's see, what do I do for bonus action? I always forget. Yeah, I'm not gonna use any of my bonus actions yet. I'm just gonna take a step back, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Gotcha. It's your turn?
Yes.
Sweet. Tea Leaf gets to go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. You watch as she is going to pull out a very nice rapier. And is going to charge forward towards red, who hasn't gotten their turn in combat. So they have advantage on this attack. Yeah. That is going to hit. For that. And they're going to gain some sneak attack. So 14, 22 points of damage. Not much. I think it's might be all I got. I don't think I have really anything else. Yeah, that's the turn. That's pretty much it. Really didn't have as much as I thought they would. Granted, I haven't seen that character sheet in many moons. Granted. Mabehi's going to go and fire on Blue with the short bow. 28 to hit. And that's 8d6. Okay. 43. That brings it to Red's go. Okay. Faraday, Red is going to attempt to attack you. That is 23 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. This my other d8s. Seven. So 13. 17 necrotic damage. I need to make a con saving throw. Okay. So you take 17 necrotic damage. You're also going to take 12 points of fire damage as it does hit you. And you resist its life drain effect as it attempts to drain your essence.
Cool.
Yeah. It is then going to Flame Blade Tea Leaf and you. Tea Leaf, that is a only 13 to hit, which does not hit. And that one misses as well. That is by far going to miss. It's the end of Red's go. It's Gamesh. Gamesh, you there?
Might be cooking food.
He might be cooking, yeah. Skip him for now. Belric.
I'll probably move towards blue and make 2 attacks.
Okay. Hits. Okay. The creature is made of fire. You do take 12 points of damage for that attack. But you do hurt it.
Yeah, how did the radiant damage did do it? Did it look like it resisted at all?
No? It went through. Do you want to add smite?
Not for this attack.
Okay. Hits.
But I'll probably use a first level Divine Smite on this one, though.
Okay. You do take 17 points of damage yourself. I rolled really good for that. First level Divine Smite. This is an undead.
My bad, guys.
Welcome. Two extra damage. Okay. It hurts it. You begin to see that this is a human individual or humanoid that has been killed and burned in molten flame and seemingly has risen as what you only assume to be as some sort of undead fiery wraith. And your attack is felt. It is hurting really bad. I skipped your turn, Gamesh. It'll be your turn.
Alright. How are these things looking?
Blue is very hurt from Belric's assault on it. Red's okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Is this like a wall behind it? Behind blue? Like right
No,
here?
it's not.
It's not? Okay. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's just do some good old Terran fists. See how that does me. We're flanking, so with advantage. 29 to hit for 18 points of damage. 8 force and 10 bludgeoning.
Okay. As it is a melee attack, you are going to take 20 points of fire damage.
God damn!
But that is enough to kill it. With a single heavy Terran fist, you bash into the back of this entity, and immediately your whole arm just is engulfed in burning flames, and you pull it out and send rocks and flame just spilling out behind you as you shake and put your arm out.
Ooh-wee. Alright, then I will take
step back up this way. And then I'll quicken spell to do Terran Fist from a distance on the other one.
Okay. 25 hits.
Alright, for a total of 23. 8 force and 15 bludgeoning.
Got it. 23 points of damage.
That is my movement, action, and bonus action.
Gotcha. Senti, it's your turn. As of yet, no. Target must make a con save. That's a nat 1.
Alright, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3d6.
Wow.
I mean, it was only a 3d6. It was
Yeah.
only a die.
Just so you know, okay, it gets disadvantage on next attack. Cool. Also, it doesn't seem to do as much as you would hope.
So what? It was just radiant that was really hit. My force damage was.
Your force damage went through, the radiant went through, but so far from what you can track, cold, lightning, thunder are resisted. Fire, necrotic,
Immune.
and based on what you can assume, poison are immune. Based on the attack from Drillas.
That's dangerous.
Or Grilas. Why do I keep trying to make it a D instead of a G? Keep messing up their name. Anything else? That's it? Okay. Initiative count 20. You hear another loud shriek echo across the open ground here. As you see flying into the field another one of these entities. Roll for initiative. That is a 10. You see the other one fly in, and it is a distance away, but you get the sense that you've been alerted to. Your presence is known and actively being sought out. Grilas is going to turn towards Red and is going to, with a hand crossbow, and it's going to shoot them. That's a net 20. Wow. Cool. So that's... Huh. That's 10 piercing damage. It's non-magical weapon, so it is halved. It is immune to poison. It cannot be poisoned. So yeah. There's 5 damage to it. And Grilas, still in the bright light of this entity, cannot teleport. Is going to back off. Just enough to shift and teleport 30 feet away in that direction. That's the end of her turn. On the Flame Wraith's turn, let's see. Seer's right up in center. It's going to... Yeah, it's going to hurl flame at Seer twice. beginning of its turn. That is 22. Sorry, 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And even higher. 25.
Yeah, those hit.
Okay. Okay. That's 10 points of fire damage for the first attack. Not good. And... Ooh. 13 for the second attack. It is then going to fly 60 feet right there. And it's going to... It's going to life drain you. You're right out in the open.
Really?
That's an @1. It misses.
Okay.
Um,
That's lucky.
yeah. Just so you know, the entire time you're fighting these creatures, their mouths are agape and their screams echo across the space, and they are horrid. I would do it, but I have neighbors.
Please don't. I'd rather imagine you can actually hear it. No! Hate it.
Fair dear.
I love it. Do it again.
Oh, it's me? What's the terrain like here? What's this about?
That's just a rock that it just, like, crawled from behind.
Could I stand on the rock to flank?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to... Are these things looking hurt?
The red is very hurt. The new one, which I'll give green, is fresh.
Okay. I will not bonus action anything yet. I'll just try out this sword.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That hits. It takes the full damage.
Amazing. And I don't have any other options. So I guess I'll just do my lightning one.
Hits.
So at least we'll do one.
That one hits. That is enough to kill it.
Yay!
I will say, for all the melee attacks you do,
Yeah, lay it on.
8 plus 12 is 20. 33 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Halved to 16.
I'm gonna use a Stone's Endurance on that. Wait, let me see what that does. Stone's Endurance. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So I resist 14 of that.
Really good roll.
And I only take 2 points of damage. Alright. If that one is dead, then I'll use my movement to get over here and use my bonus action attack on that one.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
15 hits.
Okay, cool.
The ghost's made of fire. They are not the best.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. 8 halved to 4 for that last bit. Of damage. Okay. That is Seer's turn.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I don't like this. What does green look like? Like, how hurt does green look?
Pretty fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. It just flew into the field, essentially.
Faradir's last attack was first hit, I think.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'm going to I'll cast Watery Sphere on this thing. It's a 5-foot sphere.
Okay. Can you
Um,
put that in the chat?
yes, I can. You conjure a sphere of water with a 5-foot radius at a point you can see within range. The sphere can hover, but no more than 10 feet off the ground. The sphere remains for the spell's duration. Any creature in the sphere space must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. It is immune to restraint.
Yeah.
It like this creature is made of flames and fire and shadow. But as the watery sphere emanates in the space, you get the sense that this creature is incorporeal, partially, and can just pass through objects. Thus, it doesn't really affect it.
Okay, that's cool.
And doesn't do damage, I see, right?
No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Then that's...
I'm sorry, yeah.
No apologies. We're learning about this thing. In that case... That's all I can do.
Gotcha.
I can't really move away.
Yeah.
So that's that.
The creature looks menacingly towards you as the water seems to have no effect on it. As you watch, it just becomes less material, and you watch it. It almost seems to have an opacity over it that it makes it slightly see-through. This flaming, see-through, fiery entity. Very strange. Let's see. Nabehi already has advantage. It's gonna attack with advantage. A short bow. Okay. Yeah, this thing it's too close to Seer. I bet he is going to pepper in. I'm gonna go with half. So okay, I'm gonna ignore the nat 20. I just rerolled so I could get the damage. But yeah, that is some hella damage, even without the nat 20. That would have been such. Damn, that would have been so nice. Okay, it is resistant to lightning damage, so it doesn't take as much. But that is it's a magical item. That's still some good damage. It only negated 7 damage. That's my bet. He's turn. Light crossbow shot from Tea Leaf. That misses. Okay, Gamesh.
I really want to take any more damage. They hit back so hard.
Yeah.
Even if you do ranged.
Oh no, I'm gonna do range. But it's just the up close is what gives me my nice D10s.
Yeah. It's
It's a trade-off.
certainly.
All right, but yeah, Terran Fist at range. Let's get old green boy. That definitely, I'm gonna use Belric's inspiration
Okay.
as a D8, right?
Yes. I believe so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Yep.
remember to use it any other way. Oh my gosh.
Just hits.
Oh, look at that. So, was that 15 points of damage, 7 bludgeoning, 8 force?
Yeah, 15.
And I'll quicken spell and do it again.
Nice. That hits.
Alright, for 20 points of damage.
Yeah, this new one has just come into the fray, but it's already looking very hurt.
Alright. I mean, there isn't really much else to
To do.
do, really. Yeah. Honestly, I'll move up one, so I can, and I also have Lumberdoom out, so I can get a opportunity attack if anything happens. But that's
Gotcha.
it.
Valeric. It's your turn.
Yep, I'll just rush in and attack.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That
that
natty.
hits.
And I'll just use a first level Divine Smite on this one.
Okay, it's an undead.
So what, 3D?
Jesus,
3d8?
that's so much damage.
Um,
So its first level, that's 3d8, so you 68s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bonkers.
oh,
Woo!
yeah. It had 30 hit points left. You are gonna take damage.
Crazy.
You take a solid 16 points of fire damage. Half.
Have that.
Yeah.
So it's 20.
But with a single hefty strike, knowing these are undead fully now, the Night Song swings with speed and ferocity unmatched, and it immediately is bisected, sending flaming ectoplasm scattering across the space. You feel a slight burn as some of it does catch you, but this thing is no more. You breathe a few moments and hear distant screeches echoing across the distant rocks. Grilas turns back towards all of you. We should run. We have to. You see Tea Leaf looks back at her with the same expression of, yes, we should, and just begins running. Both of them are just dashing with all of their might forward.
Alright, I'm following right behind.
Okay. You all quickly begin running through these open fields. In a few moments, you hear Tea Leaf say, "There's so many of them. How do they have so many wraiths?" As she's just bolting, hopping over small boulders, sliding down small little ditches within the space, and just running. You turn quickly behind you, and you see the space where you were at. You see 6, 7, 8 of them all come running over those few rocks that were dotting the landscape. And you hear as they just begin to make this unearthly screech. And in the distance, clear as day, you see a contingent of the army turns and is now marching into the open fields to see what just happened. As you're currently running, at the moment, it does not seem like they've seen you. You've gained ground for the very moment that as you begin to run and dash. They have not seen you yet. Is there anything you all wish to do?
We should probably go.
Oh yeah. So for these flaming specter types, does it seem like they were being able to phase through objects?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
watch
following
as
behind.
one literally crawls into the rock that Faraday had just been stepping on, and then comes out the other side, just looking for you anywhere in the nearby vicinity. They don't seem to have noticed you, even though you're full-blown sprinting away, but only just for now. You see Tea Leaf looks as you're just running towards Grilas. Can you do something? Maybe. And she stops for but a moment, and she can only do it 60 feet away. Keep going. I'll stay. And she is going to attempt to stealth. You watch as she dives behind a few rocky boulders, just getting any sort of line of sight just negated in these few moments. You all continue to run. as she holds back for but a moment. You hear the screeches get louder, and you partially just see all of them turn in your direction, all 8 of them. And then suddenly, 60 feet, they fly straight in your direction. And as they do so, suddenly a sphere of darkness lands on the center of their entire group. The screeches echo across the space as for but a moment they are confused, uncertain of what is happening. At that moment, you see Grilas teleports some 30 feet away and bolts in another direction, partially away from you all, as she's seemingly going to distract them as much as she can in the moment. If all of you wish, are you still running, or are you attempting to do? You can continue to run, or you can attempt to stealth your way through the next series of space.
I mean, I feel like we're not going to be great at stealthing. We should just run.
Okay. That's 1 vote for run. Who else wants to run?
Yeah, I'll vote for run too.
That's 2. Anyone else?
We just have a bunch of indifferent people.
I guess so.
Sounds like we're running.
I guess so.
The 2 people with disadvantage on stealth say to run.
Honestly, fair. Finally, it works. There we go. Okay. You see, they begin to exit the sphere of darkness and attempt to search for you. You do see what looks to be a series of dancing lights suddenly erupts, just maybe 120 feet away from your position, kind of on an angle. Well, probably not 120. Sorry, closer to like 60 feet, just away from your position on an angle. You see, they just erupt in that space. That will give them disadvantage. Okay. Immediately see all the eyes turn on the very clear series of lights that trail into the sky. The screeches all begin to go that direction. As for now, they seem to be taken aback, and they just rush off in that direction, away from your group as you continue to run. Let's see. Just double check from her. Okay. Sweet. The dancing lights begin to drift off back towards where you came, and you hear the screeches begin to. For a moment, they begin to fade as they partially begin to chase the dancing lights, and then stop. And then silence fills this massive cavern. You run for the next minute or so until all of you are out of breath. You all take a moment, get low and quiet as you see Tea Leaf kind of looks out behind you. I don't see them. I think Relast distracted him enough. Okay. That was terrifying. Let's continue. We shouldn't be far from the temple now. From there, we should be close to the next section of the Underdark.
Second to win real quick. Get some hit points back.
Okay.
I'll use tireless.
Gotcha.
Ooh, pretty decent roll.
So, I would like all of you to make stealth checks, please.
Yippee!
I wanted to do clicking the wrong stuff now.
She's a half.
Oh, there's my natural 20.
Okay. That helps balance out some of it. Seer, you there? Okay, I'll roll for them. Okay, not too bad. Quietly, you begin to continue your path. The screeching, now that it has stopped, immediately sets your heart rates much lower as the terrifying continuous sound no longer is affecting you. You do hear the distant march of the enemy, and you see their light behind you, some distance away, as they go and inspect the space where this fight has just occurred. But you've run as far as you can and feel pretty well hidden at this point. You travel for the next 10 minutes, quietly maneuvering as far away from watchful eyes as you can. You see the distant great city rising on the horizon. Zekyurd, the city once held by an individual known as Celeste, now is marred by molten magma spilling out of a tall central tower that has an eye line of the entire cavern, except for barely near where you entered. Faradir. What's your passive perception?
Not as high as it used to be. 16.
16.
I missed my 21.
Okay. I bet you do. Okay. You see this tower, empty and devoid of seemingly any source of life. In the city itself, there are lights twinkling within the confines of the cityscape, but it is grotesquely marred by the magma that now spills from it. Tea Leaf immediately begins to sigh as she sees that sight. It used to be beautiful. So many good drow. I understand why and how he did it. Not all drow enjoy love, but Gerishtal is no better.
Well, if it wasn't a challenge, it wouldn't be as fun.
I'm happy we haven't had to face any of the branded. One thing that I enjoy about Gerishtal is most of his people, his armies, are nameless, mindless things. Fighting just a brainwashed person is different than those things. The wraiths. They're nothing but fiery souls now. We're here. You begin to see what looks to be some sort of structure that has, at one point, most likely been long buried within the stonework of the surrounding cavern space. But it seems fairly recently there's evidence of it being quarried out. You see massive new sets of rock and stone that has just been piled up on the edges of this space, as this old looking stone building has just been unearthed deep within the ground. Okay. We've made it. Welcome to, welcome to a gate. She begins to maneuver you all down into this space. There is evidence of some sort of battle here. Not any... It's hard to describe a time and passage of it in this underground cavern system. There's no real weather to get rid of evidence, and you can tell that there is some sort of large conflict that happened in this space. You can see empty suits of armor, broken swords and blades scattered about. It's clear that some sort of conflict happened. You begin to ascend the steps towards this temple when you hear a sound behind you. You turn and you see skittering down part of the rocky space is Grilas, who then shunts 30 feet, runs further with a terrified look on her face. And then you hear... You all look at the edge of the temple structure, the quarried out surrounding space, and perched now, looking down on all of you, a massive red-scaled dragon just stares down at all of you. Vermin! Rebels! I saw your passage through my lands. I deem you unworthy. What say you? You see,
Can you repeat that one more time? What he wants?
he deems you unworthy to pass through his lands.
Mm.
You see fire emanating from the corners of his teeth. Clearly, he is hungry, enraged.
We have to get past him to finish. I'll cast Terran Fist. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to hold
Challenge him to an arm wrestle.
I'm just going to hold the. It's funny. I am just going to hold the little stone gauntlet just on my hand, kind of ready.
You hear a soft whisper come from Tea Leaf. If you need, we can go into the temple. It might buy us time.
We have false dragons before. It's not impossible. How big is this dragon?
Pretty big. He's an adult.
Okay.
You say you fought dragons?
I was saying that quietly, but alright.
Tea Leaf gulps, as most likely he heard her as well.
Have you heard of Rush Kval?
Not yet. Maybe you can enlighten me.
Rush Kval was an adult green dragon, right?
She was young.
Oh, she was young.
Okay,
Okay.
she was a young dragon.
Adult green dragon.
She was young and causing that many problems? God damn. She
Yeah.
was precocious.
Well, green dragons are known for their intelligence.
Yeah,
So.
she
That's
was
true.
pretty smart. Like most of the stuff she did, she didn't do herself. She relied on
Yes.
underlings a lot.
If only it was a white dragon, they're dumb as hell.
Nothing but rat beast.
You begin to hear as he's speaking, distant and growing closer, screeches.
I don't want to fight them and a dragon at the same time.
What we gotta do to let us pass?
I don't know yet. Beg, cower, enrich me. You see all 8 of them arrive at the edge of the cliffside that he's on. You see a few of them begin to almost begin to fly off, and you hear him bellow, "No!" And they stop. You see they all hover back towards the edge of the cliff. All 8 of them, these wraiths made of flame, flank him.
Impressive.
I don't really.
You killed some of them.
It was them or us. I choose me.
Well, let's see what you can offer, or I shall have more. And you see the flames curl up the side of its face, engulfing parts of the eyes and the horns, and you watch as the dragon just begins to engulf itself in flames partially. Just menacingly staring down towards all of you.
I don't have anything to give. And I know I have things to give, but I have nothing to give. Anybody want to give something to a dragon?
I have some friendship bracelets.
Let me,
I'll
let me-
offer up a friendship bracelet. It's one of the friendship bracelets I made with the mushroom people.
Too valuable. Can't give it up.
I have multiple.
Pillows from another dragon.
I could give him. Do you think the book that has the divination in it would be interesting for a dragon?
I got something. I got a banishment for his ass. But
I have a vial of genie powder.
he's gonna want one of our legendary items.
I have an anti-magic scroll, like a feel.
I never did figure out what this genie powder
Anti-
could do.
He's gonna want one of our items, one of our messages.
Oh, well, I can't give him Kiss of the Changebringer. I have that to a vampire.
Should I just try to banish him?
I'm gonna hold out one of my friendship bracelets.
What's the distance on banishment?
I'm gonna see if I can convince
Right now,
him that this is valuable.
he might not be close enough.
How
He
close is he?
he's
It's like
on the-
60 feet.
No, he's on the ridge overlooking where the temple is. So he's probably, I would say, 120 feet away.
I can do that. I can make that work. I
I'm
have distance spell.
gonna before you do it, I'm gonna see if my super great persuasion helps. I'm gonna hold up a bracelet. I made this with some friends of mine. It holds great personal value.
Is he interested? Is he?
Does he want the bracelet?
If only he was interested in knowledge. A lot of that.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It's a
Oh,
fucking
no.
bracelet.
But it's cute.
It's a bracelet.
All right. Well, that's a 4. So I'll put my bracelet away.
You see, he gets low, puts his draconic chin on the edge of the cliff. You see the smile curls across his draconic face. I'll eat you first.
Well, that is rude, but okay. I really don't have anything of value that I
can
could
see
give.
this talk goes nowhere. It's been interesting.
Banishment.
Legendary resistance.
Damn, he didn't even get a chance to roll.
You see, without a second thought, your banishment is shattered across his form.
You just have to cast it 4 times.
A smile curls across the draconic face. All 8 elemental wraiths charge 60 feet towards you as his wings unfurl, and the great dragon, an ally of Garishtal, takes flight. I'm gonna end the session there.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure when they got legendary resistances. I didn't know if it was ancient or if it was adult.
It's adult,
It's-
yeah.
It's adult.
I will, just to save it, I will roll. What was the save? Charisma?
I think, yeah, charisma. Dragons are pretty good at it, though.
A dragon's
he only
worst
he
skill,
only got a 15,
charisma.
so he would actually have to use his legendary resistance.
Oh man.
So-
that would have been so cool if it worked.
So, I mean, here's the thing: you burned one of them already, so he's gonna
Yeah.
start off on a back foot. But, yeah. So that's where we're gonna pick up. And as he begins to charge, you do note that Tea Leaf immediately opens the temple door and runs in. She's not gonna be caught fighting a dragon out in the open. She's going inside.
As she should. She's smart.
Better than fighting it in its lair.
Yeah.
I don't know what she thinks going inside the temple is gonna do.
Takes away its ability of flight.
That's like I said, she's smart. She's smart given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Anyone have Earthbind?
You ask this every time we fight something.
I know I do. I'm hoping that one day someone will take it.
I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in with my thematics.
It does, though. You're binding it to the earth.
Yeah.
It literally fits you so well.
I know, but look, I have to balance that out with planar magic, so it's kind of hard. I'm
I'm
sorcerer.
gonna buy some spell scrolls for me to use personally. Because I'm sick of fighting things that can fly, because I can't do anything.
we typically cast fly on you when you need to fly.
Sometimes.
Do you want the eagle whistle?
No.
No. Okay.
Thank you all for playing.
Of course, of course.
Very unfortunate stealth rolls.
Well, I mean, like the first one was bad. This one wasn't that bad. It just wasn't
No,
great.
but I rolled a net 20 on his perception.
Yeah, I mean, so like there was really only so much we were really gonna do.
Yeah, like I yeah.
All right, well, what? This is dragon number 4 for us.
Yeah.
The first one was green, then sapphire. Then we fought another one, didn't we?
You fought a blue. You helped a silver.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be dragons.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know. I'm absolutely sure about it. I'm just saying this for our characters specifically.
Yeah. I mean, granted,
Vampires and dragons.
still, the most powerful dragon you've seen has been on your side. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. The strongest one so far. That's nice. That's nice. We just needed the vampires and dragons because that's all. That's what this campaign's been. Vampires and dragons.
Yeah. Lots of fire.
Lots of reptilians.
Yeah.
Lots of undead.
Honestly, not as many undead as.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the vampires specifically.
Yeah,
so-
there's there's just been a lot of vampires.
Yeah, but not like
strangely.
a lot of undead. Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of strange that there are so many vampires that you've met.
Yeah, the funny thing, I don't think Belgrade met any of the vampires.
Yeah, she did. You missed the ones we met recently.
Yeah, I mean, you probably met more vampires than many other people.
In that one city, you met more
Yeah.
vampires.
Oh,
than you
yeah,
met.
that's true.
I mean, being that close to a city of undead, like, it makes sense why there's so many vampires in the region.
Oh yeah, definitely. That is definitely true. Good session though, guys. Good session.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself. I can't believe I lasted to 11 because I'm tuckered out now.
When does your school end?
Well, I'm going to be doing this for a total of 4 years, but this year's one ends. Well, this semester ends in June, or end of May, beginning of June, but it starts back up in July. So
Okay.
I'll get 1 month.
Damn.
But then I think the class days will change. I think it'll be on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, so
Okay,
I'll be more well rested.
interesting. Well,
Yep,
sounds
yep.
fun. Oh, so I mentioned this earlier in the session, but when we started our campaign, I was going into college.
Yeah.
Saturday is my last day.
Hey, congrats, man.
Yeah, so I've run this campaign my entire college career and now that it's ending, it's very weird.
With like
Yeah,
no breaks or anything too.
yeah.
Like you were always here. You never said like, all right, guys, we're taking a couple months break.
No,
Yeah.
I'm committed to D&D.
I've seen some of you guys grow up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while.
graduated high school, started college, and dropped out of college.
Oh man, you saw me get older. That's it. I just got old. That's all.
I'm
that
there
happened.
with you.
Yeah, I'll
Or-
be the big three.
I
Big
feel
3-0 next
old, honestly.
Hey man, look, after college, that's when it'll hit a little bit. You'll be like, I don't resonate with today's youth no more.
I
All
already feel ancient
all my
just because of
coworkers,
like my back hurts all the time and I'm always so tired.
all my
Like,
coworkers
is this what
are
being
so
old
young.
feels like?
It's astonishing to me. I keep looking at my coworkers. I'm like, you're 19?
How do you think I feel? The people be coming in like fresh out of high school to my job. I'm like, how old are you? Like, I'm 18. I was like, yo,
Oh,
I was like, 10 years ago, you didn't even exist, and I was just leaving high school.
yeah, it's starting to hit.
Oh yeah, but it's but again though, really, legitimately, congrats, man.
Thanks.
That is a journey to be proud of.
And I'm happy that I've been able to run D&D this entire time with all of you. It's been a pleasure.
As am I. As am I. Oh, but I have got to go to sleep now.
Yes. Have a
So-
good night, all.
Same time
Good
next week.
night.
Yes.
All right. Night night, everybody.
Good night.